64K Retro Gaming Goodness.
Welcome to the Games Room. Join me, Bastish B, in this new 3-phase series as we start with the creation of my new Games Room, the eventual full tour, followed by the individual episodes as we take a look at each section in detail. So I hope you'll come along for the ride. This is Phase 1, under construction. Hey, Bastish B here for 64K and welcome to another episode of the Games Room under construction. This is episode 4. So if you've never watched this before, this is me chronicling my creation of my own games room in my basement. It's an ongoing series and so let's jump on over and see what happened in this episode. This episode took place between August 8th and August 13th. So before we look at this disaster room, let's just look over here. These are some consoles I've set aside. I'm going to be selling them. I got so many. It's a bunch of 2 PS2 Slims, PS2 Fat, and I've got 4 PS1s originals down there. There's a whole lot of controllers. Those are all going, selling those. And now, onto this room. I'm busy testing everything, so it looks like some sort of mad cyberpunk fever dream in here. Okay, so let's see. As you can see, trying to get in here. Boxes are getting more and more empty in here. I've got rid of most of them, the big ones. Here's some more stuff I'm selling. I got another 2 Xbox originals, they will work. Another GameCube silver one. So those are going to go with those PS2s. Get rid of that. That monitor, I'm not sure if it's working anymore. I'm not getting any real signal. I'm not sure if it's a power, so I might be dumping that. Might be the end of that one. Yeah, there's just piles of stuff I've been pulling out of boxes. A lot of Dreamcast stuff, and found my Dreamcast virtual on kind of fighter sticks. Can't wait to play that again. And there is stuff I'm keeping. I know you can't really see what the hell's going on here. That's the 3DO I bought the other day. There's the Amiga. Those are going to be set up on this table, so I'm putting things aside on this side. There's 2 Xboxes I'm keeping, my 360. One of the Xboxes is a modded one, so it's got all emulators on it. So that one's super cool, and the other one's my original, so I'm keeping those. And there's a bunch of Dreamcasts I'm testing out. I got 4 of them there. I've got multiple other Dreamcasts, but I believe those ones have issues, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. There's a whole box of Mega Drives and Ataris, and these are all things that have I can't find the video connectors for them, so I'm looking. I'll eventually find them. I can test all that out. And this is stuff I'm keeping. As you can see, a lot of this stuff is going to go on this wall. So we've got a Super Famicom. It doesn't seem to be working. I'm not sure what the issue. It looks like a power issue as well. I found some really cool PS1s here. This one I didn't realize is a Japanese PS1, so that is super cool. I can play all my PSX games. I didn't know it was Japanese until I just tested it. And I've got 2 PS1s here I'm keeping, so I'm keeping all those. These are both region free, they've been modded. One's my original one from 1997, and the other one's just another one I came across. So testing all these, I'm finding out all these little perks about them. I'm kind of keeping 2 of every CD-based system because you never know when the CD drive is going to conk out. I tried this N64 the other night. It works perfectly, so I've got another one. I don't know where it is. I guess I'll come across it sooner or later. And that's Japanese Dreamcast, works perfectly. And I've got 2 cubes here. I'm keeping these. Probably have this one out, the silver one. It's a very nice condition. Both of those work perfectly. And I've got a fat PS2 over there. 2 fat PS2s. Again, one of them is going to be up here, hooked up, and the other one's going to be as a spare. Kept the best condition ones. This is a PS2 Slim Silver. I've got to test this one. That's next on the testing block. Lots of controllers here. These are more stuff I'm testing. Got a Sega CD down there with a Mega Drive, so I'm trying that out. All these memory cards I've come across. Yeah, it's a massive mess. Yeah, I had to set that up to shoot a video, even though my main computer is destroyed and I can't edit anything. At least I shot something. Feels like some sort of progress, but there's not going to be any edited videos for quite a while, which is unfortunate. And a whole bunch of minis down there. Those are going to be set up on this table. And I got the Maxi set up just so I can actually capture some footage in the meantime from Commodore 64 games for future videos. At least I feel like I've made some sort of progress, so when I eventually get to edit again, I got the footage for the games. That's another Commodore 64 over there. I got a lot of them. And yeah, so this room still got a whole lot of stuff to go through. As you can see, there's a lot of another Commodore up there. A lot of stuff to go through. And I thought the Famicom was dead, but it actually works perfectly. I just had the wrong power source, so I'm super happy about that. I'm getting somewhere. Time to sell some more consoles. Okay, so it's been a few days since the last update. Just vacuumed these stairs. Got to do it for the rest of the place. Got some more shelves over here. Place is looking better and better each time. I have got a shelving unit up there. I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of cool stuff. And we're still waiting over there for my display. And I got my Akira poster. I found a few more Commodore 64 games. I've put them on the shelf here and there. I found some cool Origin games in a box for no apparent reason. So I got Wing Commander Armada and the Strike Commander Privateer double pack, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, this is starting to get sorted out now. I've only done the bottom, so that's got all my board games. I put them at the bottom there. My daughter is 4, she's obviously short, so she can reach whichever game she wants to play, and we can play some board games. That's why they're all at the bottom. And I just got to sort out this mess still, maybe today. And let's go down here. Still got all this to deal with. Managed to find my Grand Theft Auto Vice City soundtrack box set. This is probably the best licensed music collection I've ever seen. Super cool. I got this the other day. I put it together. I'm gonna have like some sort of display at the end here, going up. I've put my N64 games there because I haven't got a lot of them. And I was thinking of making this a Nintendo section, but I think I got a little bit too much Nintendo games to fill this up, so I'd have to look, I'd have to get them all out. I'm not a insane Nintendo fan, so I haven't got a huge amount, but I've got a decent amount, so it's definitely probably going to fill this up, so this might become something else. I'll have to see. And this door's got to come off maybe today. I've got to take it off so I can get a whole lot more space to this place. Okay, so this room is starting to come together a bit. It's looking better and better. It still looks like a freaking mess. So I put the shelving unit above there. I've got a picture up at least, just something, thrown it up there. And this gives you an idea of what this place is going to look like. Obviously it's going to go all the way around to this wall. And it'll go all the way around to the end of this wall. It'll be similar to this. I'm waiting for my new computer. It comes at the end of the month, so I can't do any editing still, so I'm kind of screwed. So there's no computer there, but that's where the editing computer is going to be. I've got everything else set up for it already, and my old computer is down there now, and that's going to be used just for capturing old PC game stuff and random stuff like games, C64 games through Vice or whatever just doesn't work on the C64, which is there. Got that set up, and this is where all my minis are going to be, the ones that I own anyway. I don't own them all, I just own the ones I enjoy. So I got my Genesis or Mega Drive, my PS1, I got my Retro Power 3 and 4 over there, and the space over here is for my PC Engine, which I'm going to be getting. I'm going to put it over there, so I'll have quite a nice little selection of minis to use and capture footage. Also things that maybe won't work on original hardware, or games I just don't simply own as originals. So got that kind of going there. And all these are set out already, as you can see, for their putting onto the tables. I've tested everything, it's all ready to go. I've got these capture devices, see that one? I've got one for this side, I've got one for that side, and one's already set up over there. So I don't have to jump around and try and set up capture devices on every corner, which would be horrible. I've also picked up all the monitors I need. I got that Toshiba at a thrift store. I got that RCA at a thrift store, and this RCA also. So I've got all the monitors sorted out for less than $80 overall for all three. So I was initially going to buy them all new, and that would have cost just over $300 for everything. So I've saved myself like hundreds of dollars, and which is good. So this side, my Sega CD Genesis, I need a HDMI cable for this thing to be able to capture real footage, so I can't really use it yet. So I'm just going to set it aside. The N64, I'm not a huge fan of this system. I think it's got a couple of good games which I do like, and some weird unique ones. Definitely worth covering in the future, but as I said, I'm just not a massive fan of it, so that's not going to be set up on this table right now anyway. But the rest of the stuff is. So I got a Japanese PS1 there, a Super Famicom, Japanese Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, PS2, which obviously can play regular PS1 games. This is for Japanese PS1 games. I got a big selection of them, some really cool stuff that I want to show off. And I got a GameCube over there. It's also got the Game Boy Advanced adapter, so if I wanted to showcase any of that, which I highly doubt I will, but there's a few games I might want to cover in the future, who knows. So I got all that, and I spent a whole day, that's my Commodore 64, I'm not really sure where that's going to go yet, my real one. I'm obviously setting this room up to be practical for recording and making videos, and that is kind of when I won't be recording stuff from that because I don't have high definition for it, so I don't know, I'm not sure what I'm doing there with that. And that's a whole bunch of Saturn games in there, copied ones, which I use. You know, Saturn games are ridiculously expensive, so you have to resort to getting one of these cartridges. That's the only way. I've got a massive Saturn collection anyway, so I draw on both. Japanese selection anyway. And yeah, I spent the whole day sorting out all my cords, one whole day. So I no longer have these big tubs and just endless boxes full of rumbled cords. So as you can see, I've set them out, C64 power plugs, HDMI connections, memory cards, remotes. These are all in plastic bags inside you, so you can just pull out the bag and it's got everything that I have to put into these boxes. I just found those yesterday. It's got RF connectors, USB connectors, audio connectors, miscellaneous, AV cords and connections. It's got power connectors for everything. So I've got all that sorted finally. Don't have hundreds of these little boxes full of cords, which are just so annoying. Those are my backup consoles for whichever ones. I've got one of each, sometimes two, just in case. And my dead consoles over there. I found a couple. They were dead, 3 or 4 maybe, I don't know. Those are going to be put on display, you know, around on the shelves and stuff. So I'm putting them to use. So as you can see, it's a massive task. It's endless. There's just so much stuff to sort through and try and set up and get going. Little things I have to buy everywhere. I've been off work for about 2.5 weeks now. We moved obviously, so that took up a massive amount of time. I've been setting up this room as much as I can in between, doing all sorts of things. There's so much stuff to do, it's just ridiculous. There's so much stuff I still need to get, furniture wise and all that, so I'm just going to keep chronicling this, and you know, I'll be updating it. There'll be mini videos all the time. This will be an ongoing series, so you can keep watching and checking out how the room's coming out. When it's finally done, I will definitely give you a full tour of everything, and then we'll also look through all these shelves in detail, maybe an episode dedicated to each one, and you can see exactly what I got, and you know, ask questions or whatever you want. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see this room when it's finally complete. And that's it for another episode. It was a lot of testing out systems, and it was actually really fun going through all those systems and testing them out, and you know, finding out what works and what didn't. 99% of it worked. There were a couple little issues here and there, but I was very surprised. It was fun playing on original hardware again. Some of those systems I haven't played with with original hardware anyway for years, so it was pretty cool. As of right now, everything is set up in this room as far as consoles go, and but you'll see that later on. I also figured out a solution for my real Commodore 64 and classic 90s PC, which I totally wanted set up. It's not going to be in this room, because this is just about, you know, capturing footage and making videos. So I figured out some way to put those, incorporate them into the lounge area, so you'll see that in a future episode. I'm very happy the way it's turned out. I'm still working on it, but it's coming together. And sorting out those cords, that was an absolute nightmare. It took literally a whole day, just from morning till late at night, to get all those cords sorted out. It was ridiculous. I'm sure a lot of you out there have gathered boxes and boxes of them, but you don't really realize how much you actually have until you put it all together and pour it out there and then try and sort it. Anyway, it's all sorted now. It's very easy and convenient to find stuff, which is what I've always wanted. Anyway, thanks for joining me and watching this episode. I'm Bastish B. If you can like and subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.